I was absolutely shocked to discover all these wonderful tips that you can be doing today to help you secure your financial future. In this video, I break them down for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawheed. I'm a software engineer and a former startup founder based out of Boston. And on this channel, we explore various ways to capitalize on the digital economy to make some bang. 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. Let that sink in for a minute. This is because the whole idea of making money, saving it, and investing it has been made into this complicated beast where it's really difficult to understand and grab the fundamentals right. You want to make sure that you're watching this video all the way to the end because I provide you with some fundamental tips that you can start doing today to help you secure the bag. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this video and have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so now. It doesn't hurt you and it helps me get to my 150 goal by the end of the month. The first financial tip that you must absolutely live by is to avoid co-signing a loan for somebody. If you don't know what a co-signer is, according to NerdWallet, a co-signer is someone who adds their name to the primary borrower's loan application, agreeing to legally be responsible for the loan amount and any additional fees should the borrower be unable to pay. Most people want or need co-signers because they cannot qualify for the loan by themselves. There are so many times that a family member or a friend who you really trust will come to you asking you to be a co-signer on either a car loan, a house, or anything that you can think of. The easiest and the right answer to use in this approach is to absolutely say no. One of the biggest reasons why it is a bad idea to co-sign a loan for somebody is because your financial success is in the hands of somebody else. If the person that you end up co-signing for does not make their payment on time or defaults on their credit card payment, you stand the jeopardy of having your credit score getting negatively affected. If you want to win and crush the money game, the next thing you absolutely must do now is to set a budget and track your expenses. There are three important steps that are involved in creating your expenses. And the first and most important one of them all is you absolutely need to have a budget. If you don't know what a budget is these are things that you'll outline at the start of every month that you're going to be spending. So it could be the amounts that you allocate on food, clothing, shelter, and your basic necessities. You need to make sure that your income is always greater than your expenses. This way, you can have some money to put aside for the savings account that really matters for the times of emergency. If you find yourself having more expenses than income, well, I'll suggest that you need to rethink about how you're spending your money on a month-to-month basis. Track your expenses. There's so many apps for you to be able to use, and as a matter of fact, you can even use a simple pen and a paper to help you track your expenses on a daily basis. One app that I personally use a lot is called mint.com. The reason why I love it is it is free and it allows me to track my expenses month to month. And even the beauty about it is that it can alert me when it finds some irregularities in my spending habits. There are also various apps that you can check out like YNAB, which essentially stands for you need a budget. You cannot achieve financial freedom or you cannot have a good control of your finances if you don't know the direction of your cash flow or what is sipping out of your account on a month-to-month basis. The third financial tip is around the usage of credit cards. You must make sure that you're using less than 30% of your available credit. Unfortunately, everybody and their grandma can easily walk into the store and go get a credit card today. However, not everybody has the control and the good spending habit to make sure that they have that credit card in check. It is really important to always keep an eye on your credit card and to make sure that you're not spending more than you can actually afford. People easily get comfortable because they have a huge limit on your credit card and start spending recklessly. But you need to understand that if you're unable to eventually pay for your credit card, it is going to affect your credit score, which has a domino effect on your financial future. So the next time that you think about buying that fancy Louis Vuitton belt, make sure that it is money that you can pay back after using it on the credit card. The fourth financial tip that you need to live by is to make sure you are not loaning out money that you cannot afford to lose. An example would be if somebody was to borrow $50 from you today and the person told you that they will be paying you back in 3 weeks. Now you have a cable bill or you have a phone bill coming up in 2 weeks. You need to make sure that you're not loaning out the money because you need that for your cable bill. As pessimistic as this might sound, whenever you're loaning out money to a family or friend, you need to keep it in the back of your mind that you might not even get that money back. And guess what? If you don't get that money back in time to pay your bill, this whole idea is about a domino effect. If you don't pay your bill on time, it gets sent to the collection agency, and guess what? It negatively impacts your credit score, which makes it harder for your financial future. So the next time that you're thinking about loaning money to somebody else, you always have to ask the question, am I comfortable losing this money?
If you're still watching this video and have not yet liked it, and you need to stop whatever you're doing right now and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the regular video.
The fifth financial tip is that do not be afraid to negotiate the prices of anything. Look, when you're buying a car or when you're buying a house or any big purchase that you're about to do, chances are the person who is selling it does not even start off at the price that they expect you to pay. If you don't negotiate, you miss out on an opportunity of getting an amazing discount on whatever item that you are trying to purchase. And it doesn't only stop with items. You can even call your credit card company when you see a charge on your credit card that you don't recognize, or when you see a fee on your credit card for late payment. Feel free to always call your credit card company and ask them, hey, can you guys revert this transaction, or can you guys revert this late fee for me? 9 out of the 10, the credit card companies are going to help you out. But you got to make sure that this is not your habit. I mean, I've only done it a number of times on different credit cards. I'm sure that if I did it all the time, they will notice it and not even allow me to continue doing it. So use it wisely, and always make sure that you're negotiating for anything that you want to get. I wish somebody told me this financial tip when I was younger. Only move out when you're financially ready. I get it. You just turned 21 and you feel like you've made some money from your little side job, and you want your independence, you want your own privacy, you want to be able to bring people over comfortably and not have to worry about your mom and dad. But to be honest with you, if you stick around and if you live with your family for as long as you can, the amount of money that you're going to be able to save, it's out of this world. The beauty about living at home is that not only can you save on money, your parents can even help you with food. That's one less thing that you need to worry about if you were to live by yourself. So the next time that you're considering leaving your parents' house because you feel like you're an independent person, always look at it from a pure financial picture, and I guarantee you that after you're done doing the math, you'll realize that living at home in the short term, it's always going to pay out in the long run. Tip number 7 is to live in a cheap but safe neighborhood. If there's one thing that COVID has taught us, it is that you don't need to be in the metropolitan areas anymore to be able to get work done. There's a lot of companies that, although they're based in the metro areas, they're saying that folks can work remotely. You need to take advantage of that and don't get caught up with a fancy lifestyle of the big city. Even if you wanted the fancy big lifestyle, unfortunately there's nothing happening, and all you're going to be doing now is literally burning your money on rents. So find a cheap neighborhood where you can live and also feel safe. This way, your expenses are always going to be below your income. Tip number 8 is to live a healthy and a productive lifestyle. As you and me both know, healthcare in America is so expensive, and you want to minimize the amount of time you go to that place and pay them a visit. Although it might not be talked about from a pure financial play, the money that you end up not spending in the health facility is money that you can later reinvest in different areas of your life. Something that you need to start considering, if you're not already doing it, is get workouts as a part of your daily habits. Also make sure that you're eating the right meals to embody the whole healthy lifestyle living. Tip number 9, if you end up not living with your parents and you decide to move out, always get a roommate, because everything that you have, you get 50% off. If you're trying to pay your rent, guess what? You get a 50% discount. If you're trying to pay your electricity bill, you get a 50% discount. So you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of this little hack to help you keep some more money in your savings account. Last but not the least tip is to get involved in real estate and the stock market investment. Real estate might be a little bit tough in the beginning because it requires a lot of capital to get started. However, with the stock market, literally anybody can do it. You have a lot of apps like Robinhood, Webull, and a good amount of them for you to help get started on that. And the only way to truly build wealth in the United States of America is through the stock market and real estate. If you've made this far in this video and you love the content that I'm producing, well, I do have another video about freelancers that you can check out here, or another video about generating income without any skills here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Peace out.